Hey guys! So recently, a few months ago, I actually won the Swift Student Challenge made by Apple. They sent over a nice hoodie, some pins, a nice beanie, and a thoughtful note. In this video, I'll be going over 5 tips that I've picked up from submitting my challenges both in 2020 and 2021. Without further ado, let's get into it. Well, first of all, what is the Swift Student Challenge? The Swift Student Challenge is hosted every year by Apple right before their WWDC keynote to see which group of 350 students can use their libraries and frameworks in the best way possible. The requirements change every year technically, but for the last few years, they've always just been create something in Swift playgrounds that can be experienced within 3 minutes, which also essentially means make something creative. If you win, you could get a ticket all the way to WWDC's event to meet people like Tim Cook, Craig Federighi, and all the other developers who come for the event. Sadly, because I won during COVID, they just sent over a few items, which were pretty cool though. Well then, let's get to the tips. Number 1, make sure your playground is fun and engaging, not just educational or what you think Apple wants to see. One mistake when I was making my 2020 submission was that I tried to make it a little bit too much educational rather than fun and engaging. My 2020 submission was based on the laws of electricity and how they interact with other objects and other spaces. I did this because I thought Apple wanted to see something being made useful from their libraries. In fact, no, they just wanted to see something creative and fun and engaging. They really just want to see 3 main things: how creative you are, how much willing you're able to learn new things, and how good you can write. That last one segues really nicely into number 2. Make sure the essay is not an afterthought. While yes, the playground is very important, I'd argue that the essay is even more important because the essay shows how much you can pitch your idea even if it isn't a fully perfect idea. Because it shows that you can pitch your idea even if it isn't the most perfect that it can be. A lack of coding skills would just show that you have a long ways to learn, but a lack of writing skills just shows that even if your work is the best out of everybody's, you may not even be able to get noticed. Number 3, start early. This may be the hardest tip to actually put in practice, but Apple releases their rules every year around April or May, right before the WWDC event. If you start around January or February, you'll be able to squash all those annoying bugs and focus more on things like the essay problems or how to make your thing a little bit more creative. If Apple did actually change the rules and doesn't keep it as the same as last year's, well then you start on the same level playing field as everybody else. But if you start early, you have a huge advantage over everybody else who starts about a week or 2 before the submission due date. Number 4, make sure you use interesting and new libraries. Don't just focus on the old stuff like UIKit. Use new stuff like Swift UI, ARKit, CoreML, and SceneKit and SpriteKit. These new and hot APIs is what Apple makes and is what Apple is focusing on, and it's what they want to see what the students can do. Students who are using these APIs show that they're willing to be creative, willing to learn new things relatively easily, and that you're just interested in what Apple does today. You may notice that some libraries like ARKit are not available on Mac. That's because Macs don't have the cameras necessary to do augmented reality. So if you're actually on an iPad, you have an advantage that you can use before everybody else. You can use things like ARKit to make cool, fun augmented reality games. So definitely use things like that to your advantage. Number 5, make sure you are confident about your submission. If you don't think you're going to win, why should the Apple judges think any different? This is so much overlooked, and I don't think anybody else is talking about this. But if you think you're going to win, that means you have tried your best, and that is definitely what Apple is looking for, how much creative you can be when you actually put your mind to work. Contrary to popular belief, you have a very good chance at winning. A lot of people get disqualified up front for not having the correct papers, not having the correct essay prompts. And if you focus on the important things like making your project creative and focusing on the essay questions, you definitely have a very good chance at winning. I hope that all these tips plus your creativity allows you to win a future WWDC scholarship. Best of luck to all of those who applied in 2022 and beyond. If you liked videos like these, definitely go ahead and subscribe and give a like and open that notification bell for more videos coming soon. Hope to see you later. Bye!